I know what really happened on Channel 42, and I know how to stop it. You know, a lot of people disappear or they're murdered under mysterious circumstances nowadays. But a few days ago, something reared its head on the internet for the first time in decades, and it had people's attention. My name is, well, code name is Helsing. I work for the FBI. I'm an investigator into the occult. Now, before you ask, no, they don't cover up ghosts or angels or anything like that. So put down the tinfoil. What I investigate are things like the Manson family, ritualistic murders, that kind of thing. I'm also in contact with the Catholic Church for helping train any would-be exorcists if no one is available. I'm here to tell you the story of the most bizarre investigation that I have ever taken part of. I'm here to tell you the story about Stitches the Clown and Channel 42. Channel 42 was ran out of some shitty little station in the Northwest from 1992 to 1994. The lead producer and founder, Jonathan Torrance, also played the role of Stitches the Clown on the children's TV block. Now, so a few things. No, they didn't kill any people on air. No, they didn't skin actors alive. The fact is, it was, as far as a kid's TV show goes, harmless. The clown, yes, was a bit creepy, but he wasn't hurting anyone. Or at least we didn't think so. In 1993, some locals began disappearing. Their bodies were found dismembered and surrounded by strange glyphs, symbols, and runes, as well as a Filipino and Hebrew. Investigating all leads, the prime suspect was local TV mainstay Stitches the Clown. The reason? All of the dead were kids. Very young kids. His target demographic, as it were. Just when we were closing in on him, he pulled out a razor blade and stuck it in the corner of his mouth. He gave himself a permanent smile. His face was cut open ear from ear. The investigation obviously ceased. The station was shut down. Stitches and Channel 42 were covered up by the community, and the case went cold. Until 2001, when someone renovating the old home of Torrance discovered a room hidden behind a wall. Inside was dozens of bones, pentagrams, and runes, among other things. We were called into the investigation scene. We determined Torrance had been doing the killings, the sacrifices, from the years prior. In my own investigation, I discovered a journal from the man himself. I have a few choice entries, which I'll record here now. January 15th, 1992. I'm this close to getting the station off ground. My brother's widow is gonna cover the equipment costs for us. Looks like she won the lawsuit against that hotel after all. Now, what this points to, I really don't quite know, as we don't have any records explaining it. But from what I can tell, it was a falling accident where the widow had slipped and she had grabbed her husband's coat and dragged him down the stairs, inevitably causing him to hit a step and break his neck. She sued the hotel and won millions of dollars, inevitably closing them down. February 23rd, 1992. Channel 42 is on the air. Time for Stitches the Clown to bring a smile to the hearts of children in this community and help this deranged society learn love and kindness. Okay, now this points to when the channel and the TV station officially took off. Now, as far as records go, it actually took off 2 weeks prior, because that was the time that he had gotten his business permit as well as his taxes and ID numbers. March 16th, 1992. Had an accident today. A stage light fell, gave me a concussion. I've started hearing voices and having weird dreams. I think it's a side effect of the medication. They wrote me off as on vacation on TV. Frank is taking over for now, showing reruns of some cartoons. Okay, yes, we did look into this. This is true. On March the 16th, he bumped into a stage stand, knocking the light down. It crashed onto his head, cutting him open from the crown and what the doctor's notes are saying, 4 centimeters below that, causing him to have 103 stitches. As far as what he's talking about on the hearing voices, that we don't know. March 29th, 1992. The dreams are getting more frequent. They're always the same, too. I'm looking into a dark pit. I can sense a dark presence. It tells me the future, the past, and it tells me that I'm the chosen one. These pills are messing with me. Now, he uses a vernacular that I will not discuss in polite company, but let's just say it begins with the letter F. April 15th, 1992. I went back to work today. The audience seemed to be happy to see me. I noticed an adult in the crowd. He was in the very back, so I could barely make him out. That one right there is pretty much self-explanatory. He got the medical clearance and was able to return to work. April 30th, 1992. I hear the voice when I'm awake now. I'm starting to get a bit freaked out. Maybe I should give Dr. Samuels a call. This is getting way too freaky. Now, when we uncovered all of these records, unfortunately, the late Dr. Nathaniel Samuels had passed away. His family does have our condolences in this investigation, and a care package has been sent. June 1st, 1992. Now, notice we skip an entire month of no journal entries. The voice in my head is not in my head. It predicted today's events exactly, and it says it's the voice of God, the one true God. Okay, now you can actually start to see his delusions of grandeur starting to come out. June 17th, 1992. The voice asked for a sacrifice. I drew it a symbol in chalk and spilled the blood of a rabbit on it. It promised me fame and fortune in return, and a legacy that will last forever. Now, this is the journal entry to which I decided to take on the case. As I stated before, we investigate occult murders, witchcraft, things of the sort that cause people bodily harm. Now, these entries would cease for 6 months. Then he resumed them with a noticeable difference in handwriting. Also, some parts are ineligible. If this is the case, I'll put in place of missing text. God wants more. By the way, December 13th, 1992. God wants more. He told me his true name today. He is ineligible text. He told me he's the one who walks into the void, more ineligible text, must be praised. Okay, December 17th, 1992. He showed me his visage today, a great mass of tentacles and teeth, writing in the void. He said, I'm to use my show to lure more little ones into his maw. Okay, now, yes, this does get a little on the crazy side. For those of you who are a little sensitive, now would be the time to stop. January, I couldn't make out the day, 1993. I killed the first of his chosen sacrifices, a German man named Klaus, which we could only determine is the Klaus in the previous reports. So, blank told me he did horrible things when he was a young man. Horrible, horrible things. The void told me he'd serve him forever. February 14th, 1993. He wants the little ones. More of them. I've given him so much in his name. The law is investigating the missing children now. Blank made me promise that they won't take me. Now, again, there is a noticeable gap between journal entries. So we go from February 14th all the way to Halloween of 1993. Now, this is where I'm going to have a little difficult time saying this, but the entire page is covered in what looks like to be, this is hindsight, this is hindsight, this is hindsight, this is hindsight, all over the page. Now, November 21st is when I truly believe he lost his mind, because the November 21st, 1993 journal entry is nothing but garbled gibberish. Incomplete words, letters mixed up together, but I will try to pronounce some of the things that he had written. For instance, Finerzer, Sifner, Vikiba. Yes. In other words, inaudible jargon. Complete inaudible jargon. Note, now, testing shows of this entry and all of those after it are written in human blood. Testing also determines that some of it was Jonathan Torrance's blood. So I can only assume that he took his blood, put it into an ink vial, and used, I guess, a quill pen to write this down, because it does appear to be written in human blood. However, the handwriting has become immaculate. Not a single mistake is made. December 29th, 1993. They know they've got to. God tells me what to do. He has a plan. He knows how to fix this world. He has shown me the light. Again, this is coming from when I believe he has completely lost his mind, so I don't have an explanation. Okay, January 17th, 1994. Now remember, this is the year that the channel and the station itself goes down. Okay, January 17th, 1994. Tomorrow I will become his martyr. He told me what to do. Tomorrow I will become immortal. The remaining pages were crude drawings, mostly done in blood, of some strange creatures, smiling faces, and the words "Stitches was here" over and over and over again, over all the remaining pages. Now that you know what I do, I have something to tell you. I know how to stop this curse. Whatever this thing is that he worshipped, latched on to his image, his station's image, the Freeloves, Stitches. All of it was Jonathan's work. And I know what must be done. To stop Channel 42 and its curse, we have to kill it at the source. So that's why I'm sitting outside the former home of Channel 42. I have a gallon of holy water and a gallon of gasoline. And since I've been seeing the image of the void, I know I'm its next target. So I'm going to burn this place to the ground. I'll be dousing this place with holy water before I burn it. It can't spread if there's no one to spread it to. It can't spread if there's no one left to spread it. If I'm right, Channel 42 will be permanently canceled. If I'm wrong, then I don't know what will happen. Stitches is in my ear, telling me this is a mistake. Nice try, you eldritch wannabe. But this ends tonight. And for the love of God, people, stop listening to the little voices that come out of the voids in your dreams. It never ends well. Anyway, I've got a job to do. Helsing out.
When the darkness comes alive, there's nowhere